Hello guys, today I wanted to present you my build. So I'm gonna start with weapons. For the fire staff, we have Pillar of Fire, Fireball and Incinerate as our active abilities. Why we took Pillar of Fire is because for some reason it deals double the damage most of the time. And it has a crazy interaction with Singe. So we're gonna never run out of mana. You gain 10% of your mana per enemy hit by Pillar of Fire. But if it crits as a critical damage, Singe says that when you get a critical hit with the Fire Staff, it goes burning, doing 3% weapon damage each second for 6 seconds. So when you apply Singe with Pillar of Fire's passive, you just get 10 mana for every burning stack, like every second. So basically, you just get a shit ton of mana. We also have Fiery Restoration. This is my personal preference. When I do AoE attack, like AoE play, I can use heavy attacks to reduce my cooldowns. I can use Pillar of Fire way more often. So let's say we have 2 targets here. I will do like this. And I will do some heavy attacks. And I have my Pillar of Fire right away. And so on and so forth. For single target though, we have watch it burn. So we're gonna do left clicks. Light attacks cause the enemy to catch fire, dealing 3% weapon damage each second for 6 seconds. And we have let it burn. Whenever burn deals damage, you gain 10% fortify for 2 seconds. So we're gonna play burning stacks, get fortify. Burning stacks go up. And you're gonna have many burning stacks. Be nice. We also have Clear Mind. While above 50% mana, you gain 10% power and increase damage. Spell Singer, critical chance. It is straightforward. Clear casting. If you haven't taken damage in the last 3 seconds, you deal 10% more damage. It is straightforward. And Prophet of Fire God, critical damage increase, 30%, straightforward. Then on the right side here, we have also like Fireball, we have Pyromania. By holding a Fire Staff and below 50% max health, damage is increased by 20%. We don't really play around this. We don't want to be like this squishy just to deal more damage, but yeah, I can force you to take in his talent. It's gonna be useful sometimes. You have Incinerate, Fire Explosion, dealing 130% weapon damage and pushes back all enemies 3 meters. You put 5 stacks on them. Then it says each hit of Incinerate causes an additional stack of burning. Restore 20% of your Incinerate damage as health, and Incinerate hits twice. So this ability deals a really good chunk of damage. And it applies 5 stacks, give us Fortify. It's, yeah, pretty nice. Then we have, as I said, Let It Burn for the Fortify. Watch it burn, and combat speed, which is my personal preference again. When I cast the ability, I just move faster for a couple seconds. And that's it. You can either like drop Kindle or combat speed. I would say Kindle is nice. It increases your like damage over time because burnings are longer, but also combo speed is pretty nice in my opinion. Like as I say, it's a personal preference. You can drop either of these. I would probably drop combat speed if you want to play Runes of Helios. Seems like you're gonna stand in your rune instead of like moving around, so it would make sense. So you can just not take combat speed and take Runes of Helios if that's your thing. If you want to play with Burnout, you will have to drop Pillar of Fire, but then you're gonna have to like take these other talents like spell focus, flare, and scorched on these three, which I think they are a waste of points right now, so I'm not gonna do that. And the other option is to not take incinerate, basically, and take burnout and runes of Helios. But yeah, I wouldn't do any of that right now because I just prefer this this build. Obviously, I've been playing with both, and yeah, I find this as the best option right now, at least for my playstyle. Now for the Ice Gauntlet, or some tips I can do for the Fire Staff is that you should animation cancel out of your abilities, like this, like this. Oh, didn't work. But yeah, animation cancel out of your abilities. You can cancel stop that one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You can also use max range, which is 22 meters for your pillar of fire to like hit it at max range, so you don't have to like aim it. Just stay at max range and you're gonna hit it. And I don't know what else. This is pretty much it. If you miss your pillar of fire, you may struggle with mana, but because we have 200 intelligence, you get 10% mana after dodge. So we use abilities, we dodge, and get them back. The mana back. There we go. Now for the Ice Gauntlet. This is my setup right now. Previously, I was using Strengthened and Tomb. That's the only thing that's changed in my build. Now I took Refreshing Frost instead. I did some testing with Strengthened and Tomb, and it doesn't work. So we have reduced all active cooldowns for ice abilities by 20% when casting an ability in a frosted area instead. I tested, and if it's an enemy ice storm, for example, and you cast your ice storm in it, or like ice shower, it's gonna even give you the cooldown. Or if it's an ally's ice storm, the same thing. So for example, an ice shower has 17 seconds cooldown, and an ice storm has 17 seconds cooldown, right? And let's wait for the cooldowns. We cast ice storm here, then ice shower. We have a 13 seconds cooldown. It's, yeah, pretty nice, and as I said, it works with enemy abilities too, and your allies abilities too, like ice storm. There we go. Step in the ice shower, do the ice storm, 30 seconds cooldown. You can play around with this and make like your own play style. Yeah, up to you. Or you can take something else, but I don't see value in these other three options, to be fair. Blocking stamina is bugged, doesn't work most of the time. Getting 3 mana is like nothing for each spell. And I was thinking about this one, but only works when you hit with a melee attack and while you have 100% health. So, and we like barely have 100% health anytime. And 20% slow for 2 seconds isn't that big of a deal. If somebody is like that close to you, they're gonna like just lunge on you with like a great axe or something. Everything else is the same. Cold reach. If we keep 15 meters, we get 15% extra damage on light and heavy attacks. Energy is critical. Increase critical damage when we are like full stamina. Rejuvenation, we crit, we get mana back. Light attack crits, light attack, 3 consecutive light attacks, grant 15 mana. Critical frost, increase critical chance if you hit an enemy in a frosted area or with frostbite for 20 seconds. That's why we apply ice storm, then do heavy attacks with heavy freeze. Heavy attack will freeze the target if hit in ice storm or with frostbite for 1 second. We have ice storm, weakening gust. Incoming damage is increased by 10% if the target is below HP is below 50%. We cast at full mana for 80% decreased cost, so it's 5 mana instead of 25. And Punishing Storm, which is like crazy, increases damage by 10% for each enemy in Ice Storm. With so many mobs in the Ice Storm, where players have like sometimes hitting 400 per tick with the Ice Storm, everyone is like crazy damage. As you guys might already know, this is what causes Ice Storm to disappear if you switch to another weapon. So if you're playing like a lifestaff or something, and you just want to like drop the Ice Storm and switch back to your weapon, this is the passive you have to not take. And instead you can just put a point somewhere in like Ice Spike or Wind Chill. I know it's a waste of a point, but yeah, it is what it is. You still want to get Ultimate Chill, which makes so our ice abilities chill targets, increasing ice damage by 35% for 3 seconds. And you're gonna see something crazy with this one in a bit, other than it being crazy itself. We have the Ice Shower. Enemies that are in the area of the Ice Shower will be stricken with a powerful Frostbite. They got a root for 1 second, so not a sleep, so it's a root. Block sprinting and dodgings, slow speed by 50%, and we remain on target for 3 seconds after exiting the Ice Shower. Ice Shower has a lifetime of 4 seconds. Then we have 7 seconds instead of 4. If you pass through it or your ally, speed boost for 2 seconds, and applying Rend. Rend is decreasing the target's defense by 10%, so it's really, really strong. We have Defiant Freeze. When we cast an ability, we get a 20% Fortify. It's really good. Tested it, it works perfect. We have Quick Frost, increase speed in a frosted area. It's decent. Sometimes you have like players on top of you, and you like play with them inside, and you like have increased speed, and yeah, it's pretty nice. For monsters, and yeah, and Taunt, which will save you a lot, and also if you are out of mana, you can just stay inside. Left click to break and deal damage. This ability does a lot of damage. It's a bit underrated. I a lot of the times just use it offensively, even though I try to keep it for emergencies. When I feel I have the chance, I also use it offensively. We'll give you an example after the cooldown is over, of course. So let's say we have Ice Storm, Ice Shower, and we do a Taunt. 3,199 critical hit on this dummy. So as I said, it's not bad damage for sure. This is it about the Ice Gauntlet. So playstyle is of course Ice Showering, Ice Storming, and hitting heavy attacks to freeze the players. We try to be max stamina as much as we can to increase critical damage, and yeah, if we can keep 15 meters, not a lot, so there we go, 15, not that big of a distance, like whatever the max of our Ice Storm, play like this, and like it's really nice. One trick, I like to do with the Ice Gauntlet is to curve my Ice Shower, and we do that by holding the directional key, and for me it's D, because I have it on Q, it's like way easier. We can maybe put it on R and do it with A, but I like to do it with D and Q. So I press Q for Ice Shower, hold D, and turn my camera. But this one is not the biggest curved one, but still curved. I have to do it a bit faster and like decently smooth, so you don't create holes into it, and it will just cover you a bit more from the sides, and like it's a bigger area, something like this. And you can play with it. The push, you can go to the other side and everything. Okay, now about equipment. I'm still running pretty much the level 60 faction gear. Didn't really get to get better pieces, and these ones are kind of amazing. We have refreshing and resilient. I would say the best perks for a mage, mainly for PvP. For the weapons, I got the quest weapon. It has chain ice. It was just a bit better in terms of damage for the one with like the faction one. And the fire staff, I still have the faction fire staff. I'm gonna use I'm using malachite on the S gauntlet, so I'm doing more damage when people have CCs and stuff on them. So this is 750, and this is 1247 right now. 1000 critical. It's still a tier 4 malachite, and I have to upgrade soon to tier 5 gems. And I'm using aquamarine on the fire staff, so I'm converting percentage of my damage into ice, because I just recently discovered from my guild leader, my company leader, that it interacts with ultimate chill, and you get the increased damage because it says as ability shield targets, increasing ice damage by 35% for 3 seconds. It doesn't say ice gauntlet damage, it says ice damage, and it applies a debuff instead of like being something related to your own ultimate chill. So you can like get increased damage from somebody else's ultimate shield too. Like if an ally puts ice storm on the ground and I do a fire staff ability, I will do increased damage, ice damage. But like for example, I would do this was a critical though. Let's see with the fireball. It was a critical though. Let's just see with like left click. 439 to 92. And if I apply Ice Shower for ultimate chill, I will do 7. Can I stop critting? Do it again, I guess. Too many critical hits. Yeah, my stuff is a bit nice with the keen on it. Okay, once again. 469, 313. 439, 292. Smaller? I'm not sure, but it should work. I just cannot apply an ice storm right now. I like swap fast enough to the fire staff. And the other option you have for the gem on the fire staff is the opal, which will increase your damage based on having not having full stamina. Which, as I say, we always dodge. You want mana back, you want animation cancel, and yeah, an opal will work really good with the fire staff. For armor is up to you. Right now I'm using a combination of diamonds and malachites for physical and elemental damage absorption. You can do Onyx if you only want physical absorption, or forgot which is the other one for like fully elemental absorption. If you have issues with like great axes, you can do slash damage absorption. It's just up to you. For the perks on the gear, what I'm looking for is the weapon specific perks, refreshing pillar of fire and empowering fireball. Is a perk for the ice gauntlet called unending toll, which would make the ice storm freezes to stay on the target for 2 seconds after exiting it. And I think that would make so that even if the player is out for 2 seconds, you can still hit him with a heavy attack and freeze him for 1 second. But fortunately, that perk is bugged and your ice storm won't do damage anymore if you use it. So yeah, make sure you don't get unending toll on your items, because your ice storm will just do 1 hit and like after that won't do any damage. And other than that, I want, as I said, resilient and refreshing. Really good perks, best for PvP. For the PvE content, I done all the PvE content in the game with this build. You just need a tank, a healer, and some mages, I guess, some DPS, whatever your friends are playing. Now for the jewelry perks. This stuff here can be crazy. For the earring, you want refreshing toast, and nimble. Those three perks are really good in this order. You know, refreshing toast is like for ability cooldowns. For the ring, you want 30 in awareness and refreshing. I wanted in the first place, when I was like looking on the website on your database to see the perks and stuff, wanted to have ice damage on my ring. But when I went to the market and searched for a ring with keen awareness and ice damage, it say that I cannot have those two together on an item. So then I've looked again and I saw I can have refreshing, and I was like, okay, even more ability cooldown. What can be better than more ability cooldown when we are some mages, you know, like our abilities are like, yeah, just insane. So I also found this ring in the market. I just bought it right away. I paid like 3,000 gold almost for it. It was really nice. And the amulet, this one has divine, fortified, and health. This is close to best in slot for a strength player, because I'm an int player. I prefer intelligence or constitution, of course. So I have to find a new one. This one is from a quest. But for your amulet, you want health, you want define, which this one has, then you want empowered, or fight. So this one is like really nice. I would use this one, these 3 perks, because I'm applying 45 from the fire staff. And yeah, I love this amulet. It's really nice. The only issue is that it has strength. That's the only issue. It has strength. Yeah, as for the weapon perks, because we didn't speak about these, for the ice gauntlet, I want mortal power, mortal fortification, and keenly empowered. And for the fire staff, I want to get keenly empowered, and mortal power. These are the 3 best perks I figured out there are, and like I'm aiming to get those. It's decently hard to get best in slot gear in this game, like very hard. But I feel really strong even with the gear I have right now, and I'm doing like really well in the wars. As I said, we did all the PV content in the game right now, pretty much. So yeah, this is it. This is it. I don't know if I missed anything. I also made like a cheat sheet, like with my build, with like the perks, with like the armor setup. I almost forgot about the armor setup. Then I'm running medium, helmet, heavy chest wear, and everything else medium. And I'm sitting at 22.3 weight out of 23. You can make this go up to 22.9 and get 20 extra elemental and physical armor rating by having a heavy helmet, heavy chest, medium gloves, medium boots, and like pants. But I choose this setup, even though I lose a bit of a defense, it's like a 2% lose, because I can just unequip my chest plate and be able to dodge roll and like travel around the world and do some gathering and stuff. That's why. So yeah, it's up to you. And this is it pretty much. As I said, I made the cheat sheet. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. I'm gonna post it on my Discord, and you can join my Discord over there from the link. Also, I'm streaming live on Twitch pretty much every single day in the afternoon. I will mostly stream in the afternoon. I've been streaming for like the whole day, every day for the last 2 weeks, but I have to, of course, return to a normal schedule with work included in it. So I will be streaming in the afternoon after around 6, 7 p.m. CET till like a bit late in the night. So if you have any questions, you can come right now on my Twitch and ask me, or just follow me or join my Discord, and you're gonna see when I'm on Twitch live. You can also like ask questions from the Discord. You can DM me on Discord. I'm fine with everything. If you have any questions, feedback, or like want to discuss about the builds or anything, you can find me over there. So I know this is a bit of a long video already, 27 minutes. That's crazy. It's a lot to speak. I probably missed stuff, and I could probably like show you some more of my combos and rotations and stuff, but I'll leave that for another video, I guess. Thank you for watching, and have fun. Peace.